Make sure you don't pass this one by because you won't want to miss any of the scores. So get out and hit the trails and dance to your heart's content. Sports Night is next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro. Get an opportunity to preview a couple of more sports tonight.
Yeah, we got one more preview. I'm hoping to get together with the boys swimming and diving team this week. Their season starts next week on Thursday. Both gymnastics and Nordic skiing getting their seasons going this week, so we're going to talk about them a little bit. But we're going to start with the girls hockey team. They opened play last week looking to extend their win streak to 3 games and get their record back to 500. A great opportunity on Tuesday as they were hosting new conference rival Totino Grace. Eagles were winless through their first 5 games and had scored just 4 goals so far this season. It was a much tighter game than the Cardinals wanted, but they would eventually fly away with the win they needed. Pick up the action early in the first period. Great opportunity for Coon Rapids. Lily Hackett gets to the high slot, but she tries to go top shelf and gets a little too much air under it. Still no score into the second. Cardinals on the power play. Hanula with the shot from the point. Brina Del Castillo gets the tip in the slot. Coon Rapids puts the first points on the board, but that lead would not hold. Eagles pressuring late in the second. Puck comes to Morgan Lunders at the point. Her shot finds its way through the traffic out front and into the back of the net. We're tied at a goal apiece. Still in the second, Luck smiles on Totino. Hackett working her way down the left wing. Great free feed to Whitney Gregg. She finds the 5-hole, but the keeper's pad gets just enough of it so that it goes wide out the far side. Start of the third, Hackett will do it herself, showing off some fancy stick work to get to the slot, then slips the backhand between the goalie's glove and pads. Put the Cardinals back in front 2-1. They would hold on from there. Cardinals win their third straight, even their record at 3-3.
Nice win for them, no doubt. An opportunity, for them to get in that win column, continue to get in that win column. 500 record, was a nice win for them. It was a good game, and I thought they played really well, especially in that third period.
Second period really is when they dominated over Totino Grace. They had a couple of really great scoring opportunities they were unable to cash in on, but fortunately they were able to get the winner. I loved it, especially because it came on the backhand. A weekend trip for the Cardinals up north to the Iron Range. They take out Greenway and Grand Rapids on Friday, and they lose this one 3-1, including an empty net goal. Look at the shots on net. Coon Rapids 38, Grand Rapids 16. Wow. Dominated play, but could not get the victory. Ali Stahlberger had the lone goal for the Cardinals. Got a message from Coach Christofferson when she returned after the weekend's games. Said she was real happy with the way they played, but it was kind of like the Armstrong game. They felt that they outplayed them. They were the better team, and that one just got away from them. Better yet for Coach Christofferson, the way her girls bounced back. They could have hung their shoulders. They did not. They came out and won against Hibbing Chisholm on Saturday, beating them 3-2. Heidi Hanula factoring on all 3 goals for the Cardinals. She had a goal and 2 assists. Brina Del Castillo had a couple of helpers as well. Lily Hackett and Bailey Ryan had the other goals. Brittany Buell making 18 saves for the victory. Girls hockey team hosts Irondale on Tuesday. They are at Blaine on Saturday and then play Andover next Tuesday. So a tough part of their schedule coming up.
Well, and you definitely don't like to lose at any point in the time. But if you're getting 38 shots on goal, at least you're getting opportunities, and then you just have to figure out a way to make them count and cash in on those opportunities.
And again, Coach Christofferson real happy with the way her team bounced back, persevered, didn't hang their heads, went out, got the W on Saturday. Boys hockey team, just one game in the past week. They were taking on Hopkins on Tuesday night as the Cardinals were, the girls were hosting Totino. They lose this one 8-3. And this was a 4-3 game in the third, and then Hopkins really turned on the Jets and put it away at the end. The goals come from Koss, Kellner, and Ruff. And again, heavily outshot. Zach St. John made 49 saves, so 57 shots on goal for Hopkins in that one. The Cardinals had, I don't remember the exact number, 18 or 19, something like that.
In the first 2 games, a lot of shots on goal. Those are some things that I know as the season progresses, they're going to want to limit the opportunities.
Yeah, you really don't want your goaltender to see 50 shots a night on a regular basis. That's a few more. That's a few more. That's about twice what you want him to see. 30 shots 10 per period, that's acceptable. 50, you got to work on the D-zone coverage. They'll have plenty of opportunity this week. 3 games for the Cardinals on the schedule. They're at Rogers on Tuesday. They host Maple Grove on Thursday. And Howie?
We'll be there.
They host Totino Grace on Saturday. And Howie?
We'll be there.
2 opportunities for the CTN crew to see the boys hockey team in action this week. And we are very much looking forward to it. Wrestling team got its season started over the weekend. Just buried the Blaine Bengals 64-12. They win 11 of the 14 weight classes against Blaine. This was kind of to be expected. The Cardinals come into the season ranked 8th in the state. Blaine does not, and the Cardinals held serve. They went to Hastings on Saturday. Kept some of their big guns out of the lineup for the first one against Stillwater, and they win relatively easily, 54-19. They put the big guns in the lineup for match number 2, and look what happens. They beat state runner-up and number 3 ranked Prior Lake 35-27. A huge victory for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, they lose to 6th ranked Hastings 39-25 in the finale of that event. But a couple of guys having really nice starts to the year. Keanu Baker went 3-0 on Saturday with pin and 2 major decisions. Michael Bothwell is 4-0 to start the season. He went 3-0 with 2 pins, and his non-pin came against Prior Lake, which his opponent ranked like number 2 in the state.
Yeah.
Nothing to it.
Just Jared
Jolkowski did not wrestle against Stillwater, but he did win both of his matches on Saturday. And Justin May went 2-1 with a major decision at 152. A 3-1 start for the Cardinals is very good, but another great test for this team coming up this week. Cambridge Isani, one of the top teams this Section 7, and they will take them on. They travel to take on Cambridge Isani on Friday. Then they're at home to host the Board Highland Duels on Saturday. I can't remember exactly who all is involved in that tournament, but they always bring some very good teams into that event.
They do. Well, the Cardinals gymnastics team will open its season this Thursday when they travel to take on Osseo, the home of the Orioles. This should be a strong season for Coon Rapids. They return almost their entire lineup from last season and are optimistic they can take this program to another level this winter.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the team. There's a lot of returning girls, and more than anything, just the team has such a positive attitude and hardworking group of girls.
This is the year that the Cardinals gymnastics program has been building toward for the past few seasons. They have a lot of talent, a lot of experience, and most importantly, a lot of confidence. They built their team to score 120 last year, and they're already eyeing that next plateau.
Definitely 125, if not 130. But I mean, even to get up 5 points, that's huge, so.
Most of the girls took advantage of the team's summer programs to continue to improve their skills, and that has everyone believing that the Cardinals will be able to pick up right where they left off.
I think we'll be able to start at the 120 this year. I really think that, and then this year we have a different coaching staff that's coming back, and with having Coach Havel as a coach, we're really going to be able to refine what they have. And girls came back with new skills, but more than anything, we're able to tweak what they do have and bump that score up, hopefully a point per girl, and get it up into the 130s.
The Cardinals know that even if they continue to build their scores and reach those 130s, it may not be enough to get them victories over some of the elite teams in the area.
They get a lot more club girls, or they have a club gym within their school, and they get them. And we basically have girls that just wanted to try gymnastics for fun and ended up being good at it, so.
The Cardinals plan to define their success not by whether they win or lose, but by how much they are able to improve their own skills and scores.
If I can just get like 0.2 higher on an event, which is even big, I'm more than satisfied even if I don't place within the top 5.
Gymnastics is, after all, an individual sport, and these girls are focusing on self-improvement. In just the first week of practice, the girls got an opportunity to find out where they are to start the year, and they passed with flying colors.
We had a judge come out last week and critique our routines, and we have all the skills and requirements that we need to have in the routine, and so that's a great place to be right now, is just tweaking it.
The tweaking will continue throughout the season as the Cardinals focus on being their best. But they'll also be pushing one another and pushing those behind them to be even better than they believe they can be.
Encourage them, because if they don't get it right away, they think they're not going to be able to, and that's not how gymnastics works at all. You have to keep going until you get it, and just pushing them to go past comfortable. That's our big thing this year, is going past comfortable and doing what you normally wouldn't.
Gymnastics team starts the season at Osseo on Thursday. They're at Maple Grove next Tuesday, and we'll get a chance, an opportunity to do at least one meet this season.
Absolutely, look forward to it.
Swimming and diving team, as we mentioned at the top of the show, starts its season at Elk River next Thursday, then has the Northwest Suburban Conference Relays on Saturday the 13th. Hope to catch up with them this week and have a preview for you next week on Sportsnight. Nordic ski teams will get their first taste of competition on Wednesday. These teams are really looking forward to the opportunity. This year's teams have had the rare opportunity to get on snow from the very start of practice. And the Cardinals are hoping that that has helped prepare them perfectly for the start of the competition season.
It's always different every year. It's always fun to see what we're going to get, see who's going to return, and then just see their attitude when we get going.
The Cardinals head into their first competition of the season this week with a lot of confidence. They've had 2 solid weeks of practice, and with this much time on snow, the team feels they are ready to show their conference rivals what they're made of.
I think we're going to be pretty prepared. You know, everyone's looking really good. Our technique's getting back, and everyone's looking strong in practice.
Both boys and girls teams will be young this season, but the boys do have a lot of varsity experience coming back. A couple things to watch for is how these young athletes have improved their technique, as well as how much they've matured both physically and mentally.
We got a lot of guys that are still second, third year skiers, still sophomores, freshmen that are learning how to ski, but they're, you know, pretty solid kids, and they're going to be pushing us pretty well.
The veteran leadership out front for the Cardinals is a big part of the confidence they bring into the season, and they believe if they continue to do what they're doing, there is nothing they can't accomplish.
I think we should be able to do really well this year. I mean, there's no reason why we can't go to state, and if we work hard enough, we could definitely get there.
The girls' team is also very young, and while they don't have as much experience, what they do have is the right attitude, and that could take them a long way.
A few depth issues on the girls' side, a lot younger girls, a lot more inexperienced girls, but you know, they're talented in their own ways, and they're ones that are wanting to work, so it'll be interesting to see how we do by the end.
The veterans they do have are already impressed by what they've seen in their younger teammates, and they believe the extra time on the snow is going to be a huge benefit in getting them ready to compete at a high level.
I think they just need to work on technique and really get comfortable on the skis and feel more confident with the skis, so that takes some time, but by the end of the year, they're going to be golden.
Both Cardinals teams will face very tough competition each and every week, but they are both confident they have the skill and the drive to be a contender in the conference and the section. To start, though, they plan to do their best and just make sure everyone is loving the sport and being a part of the team.
Usually, we don't really have expectations for the first race, but this year I just want to see every girl finish the race and with a smile on her face.
Finish the race with a smile on her face. Cardinals at Elm Creek on Thursday. They'll be back at Elm Creek again on Monday. Alpine ski team starts its season on the 16th. And boys basketball team got its first win of the year on Saturday, beating St. Anthony 76-54. Chris Buckley leading the way with 21 points. Timmy Wynn had 20. Sam Carver a double-double with 16 points, 10 rebounds. They're at Elk River on Tuesday. And Howie?
We'll be there.
They host Spring Lake Park on Friday. Girls basketball team opens its season at Forest Lake on Tuesday and then at Champlain Park next Tuesday. And Howie?
We'll be there.
Looking forward, we get a lot of opportunity to see teams in action, boys basketball and boys hockey this week. Cardinals at Elk River, boys basketball on Tuesday live at 7 o'clock. Hockey at home against Maple Grove on Thursday and Totino Grace on Saturday. That's going to do it for this edition of Sportsnight. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us to continue to support everything we do here at CTM. For the entire crew, including Alex Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.